Hello everyone, my name's Charlotte. I am here to talk about mind, body and soul fitness and how important it is. I am a natural hair and skincare specialist. I am also a fitness coach, but I have no clients at the moment. I am currently coaching myself and starting from a mental perspective. So let's get right into it. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about unhealthy attachments. And the reason I feel and know that I can talk on them is because I had many unhealthy attachments for many years, and one of the main ones that held me prisoner, I would say, for about 30 years was not being able to connect with women on a deeper level. Now, one of the things that sprung to mind is we can become so used to the negative narrative that has been placed before us from people from with outside ourselves that we then start to take that narrative and keep it inside. So it's like a mantra that just goes over and over and over again in our minds. Then we can partake in many different things to try and take that out of us, where we can join different organizations, clubs, groups. We can become addicted to different substances. And one of the things that I have come to realize is that one of the ways that you can break that unhealthy connection is by recognizing the connection and recognizing what you're doing, and then start to slowly retrain your mind and think differently about how we process these thoughts. Now, that negative narrative that you grew with, that I grew with, came from one of the most prominent people in my life. So when I would hear these negative things, I would think, well, it must be true because you would know, you knew me. And, if you knew me and you've always known me, then it must be true. Then it's not until you start to grow and see yourself and give yourself permission to acknowledge who you really are, that you realize that those narratives that you had spoken to you from so many years come from a place of brokenness and hurt. Unfortunately, it's not until you go through a loss or a rejection or some type of traumatic experience that will help you to recognize that it's not true. And when you allow yourself to really recognize that it's not true, it's so freeing. So one of the things I'm dedicated to doing for myself and for the benefit of my family, my husband and my children, is to nurturing that part of myself that wasn't, by nurturing that part of myself that was damaged for so long. And one of the main things I'm going to do first is start to rewrite that script. So how do I do that? There's no one answer. It's a formulation of things, by taking care of yourself more, sleeping better, drinking more water, exercising more, but also not just exercising the body as a physical, exercising your mind, which means reading, meditating, talking to people of substance who you admire, not talking to people where you have formed connections through desperation, which was a survival tactic to help you get through. Seeking out those that have gone through it and have tangible evidence of their own breakthrough can be so rewarding. So I just want to encourage you right now. Everyone's lesson is different. Everyone's answer is different, but yet the same. The lesson is different, but the answer is always the same. I have found we need to see who we are in our true light. Because when we are seeing ourselves through the narrative of negative words that was said to us as a young person, young adult, a child even, those words are simply reflections of a broken person, and they are projecting. Because really and truthfully, how can a child be negative? How can a child be anything but good? Anything but positive? I had a friend come over and see me a couple of days ago. Hi, Helen. And she brought my godson, the beautiful Maxwell, over. So he was running around doing crazy stuff, as they do. Everything was amazing and everything was fun, and I was looking at him. And 2 days prior, I had been reading about looking at the world around us with the amazing awe that children have. Like, everything's exciting. Like, oh my gosh, this bit of fluff on the floor, it's amazing. What is it? Let's discover it. Having that feeling of, I can't wait to discover, when that is removed from you as a person, you then start to believe the narrative that the world isn't a good place, that people aren't intentionally good. So I encourage you to look at the world with that abandon and wild awe and, amazement of a child that's discovering for the first time, for the first month, for the first time they've ever seen a leaf, the first time they've ever walked by themselves. They felt the wind in their face and they're wondering what it is. Have that abandonment. Use it. Go out there and discover. Don't believe the negative narrative on who you are as a person, what you believe, and what you think is real. I encourage you now, in this moment, when you get up today, go and discover something different. Instead of walking your normal way to the shop, walk a different way. Smile at someone in a different way. And when that negative thought tries to enter your mind, whether it's whatever it is, whatever those words are that affect you in a negative way, counteract it. Literally turn it around. Ladies, if it's you, my bum looks big in this. Doesn't my bum look nice today? Doesn't it look round today? Whatever it is, just, that negative, turn it around. Just practice it. Turn it around and remember those negative reflections that people had reflected onto you as a younger person, as a child. They're not true. All they were was reflections of how they felt about themselves. This world is not an evil place. This world is a place full of broken people that are looking for a healer. They're looking for someone to just be tender and affirm some type of positivity within themselves. I challenge you today to start with you. And in starting with you, I challenge you then to carry that on to encourage someone else. Turn it around. Turn it around. See, when you go out today and there's a negative feeling, I want you to imagine this, my fingers doing this. Turn it around. My face, turn it around. Turn it around. Counteract it. When there's some type of negativity reflected onto you, turn it around. If they say something that hits you right here, if you see something that hits you right here, turn it around. Someone's unkind steps on your foot. That's okay. Turn it around. Whatever it is, turn it around. Make that step. I'm making that step. I'm making that step to turn it around today. So if you like this video, if this video speaks to your innermost being, if this video helps you today make one choice that was better than yesterday, God is good. Every blessing always, inside and out, upside and down, all around you. I pray that everything that you do today continues to prepare you for the next step that you make. Every blessing always. Love, peace, honor, and power from me to you. Peace.